Can I shoot a 59 at Turtle Bay? So that is 13 under par. It's going to take a lot of work. I already did part one, which was the front nine, and I actually shot 7 under on the front. So go back and watch that video as well. But on the back here, I only have to shoot 6 under par or better to shoot a 59. I'm going to be scrambling today. I'm going to do 1 tee box up from the tips. So instead of like in the break 50s series, they play from the red tees. I'm not playing from the red tees. I'm playing just 1 up from the tips, and we'll be scrambling with myself, Justin, and Better Justin is the second player, because who isn't better on their second shot? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, I'm Justin Van Riper with Sim Golf Live, where I do live golf every morning, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. So come and join me. I'd love to interact with you guys during this live setting. I'd love to, hear from you guys in the chat. So please don't be shy. Comment. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Big shout out to X Golf. I am at X Golf O'Fallon, Missouri. The staff here is incredible. The simulators are amazing. They're my favorite simulators in the business. I've tried a ton of them, and I like X Golf more than anywhere else. So it's a great time. So come by to X Golf. Big shout out to them for letting us film here. But yeah, give them a try. I don't think you'll regret it. It's a great place. And yeah, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. So remember, our goal is to shoot a 59. It's a par 72. So that is 13 under par. 13 under. We are right now 7 under going into the back nine. So we got to shoot 6 under or better. First hole looks like it's a 377 yard par 4. Nothing too crazy about this, except for, there are bunkers on the left side that are in play. There's water on the right, and there's a little tree that we got to navigate. We're still going to go ahead and hit driver here. Going to hit driver, try to get us up there, put us in good position for our second shot. I'm going to tee this down just a little bit lower. One of the cool things about X Golf is when you press a button, you literally just hit a button with your club, ball pops out, puts it on the tee for you, and it puts it at the exact same tee height for your individual preference every time. Very cool feature. 377 par 4. Let's go. Let's get this started and hopefully hit at least one of these first 2 drives well. That is pretty short, so that might actually stay short of that bunker, maybe. Let's see. No. Oh, yeah, it's going to go in. Unfortunately, it went in. A little bit lower ball speed, and that was pretty spinny. It had almost 4,000 spin on a driver is not necessarily preferable. So we're going to aim this one a little bit further to the right. Hopefully strike it a little better. That was not a great strike there, but we've got Better Justin here. And if we have to play that, that's fine. Fairway bunkers play at 80% here. That was also not my best strike. It's got to get past that tree, which hopefully it will. Okay, we're okay. And actually, I was going to say the right side gives you a great angle at the pin. The pin is tucked way on the left side. It's barely on the green on the left. So coming in from the right side is going to give us a lot more green to work with. So this is a good position. Obviously, we're in the rough, but not a big deal. It plays at 90%. I'm going to play this, basically kind of right at a 100-yard shot. I think this is going to play right at 100. I think we're going to go ahead and take a 55 here. And these clubs, my wedges, tend to squirt out to the left. So we're going to aim this a little bit to the right. We also have some more green to work with as well if we go to the right side. Remember, that pin is tucked back in the left over there. All right, let's try to get this close. 100 yards, 100-yard shot. Be nice to start with a birdie. Still going even further left. Okay, didn't quite put enough on it. I thought I had to take something off of that, and obviously took off too much. Did not strike that very well. But we do have a putt, and yesterday, spoiler alert for that video, I made, I think, a 62-foot putt. So that one's actually even shorter than that. So who knows? It is possible I could hold that putt, but let's try to get us closer. I definitely would like to be closer here. 100-yard shot is how we're playing this. It's got to go. It's going to be short too. That had a lot of spin on it. A lot of spin. So I just spun those. I tried to come in low, and they just spun a little bit too much. So not a great effort from there. But we do have a putt at it. We don't have to birdie every hole, but essentially we have to birdie about 75% of the holes to hit our goal, at least for the full round. For this back nine, since we only have to shoot 6 under, we have to birdie, I guess, 2/3. 2/3 of the holes we have to birdie. And, maybe we could sprinkle a eagle in there, and that would help us out as well. So initially it's breaking slightly left, and then at the end it's breaking harder to the right. So I'm going to put it outside just a little bit. I don't think it's going to do a ton, though. I'm going to put it at just a little bit out to the left. A little bit out. Looks like it's a pretty level putt. 41 feet. This would be an awesome one to make when you those ones where you're not really like expecting a birdie and then you still get one are kind of the best. So 41 feet. Try to hit this, I don't know, about 42 or so. It just doesn't have enough legs. Okay. Darn. That is going to be a conceded par. So the gimme range here is, I think that line's not bad that I had. The gimme range is 4 feet. And the reason that we do gimmies at all, because the standard actually here at X Golf is 7 feet. So that's how it's normally set. I actually have to go into the settings and change it to 4. But the reason that we do that is because anything below 4 and the sensor has a difficult time picking it up. But we're going to put this even closer, maybe make it more pace this time. Break. Definitely have more pace. Slow down. All right. Well, we started out with par. Got a conceded par there. We were 3.3, like 3-footer, and that was a gimme. So start out with a par, not necessarily the way you want to do it, but also that hole was a little bit more difficult. Wow, this looks like you can watch this video. That's a huge dogleg right. Very cool looking hole, but wow, that is a massive dogleg right. Very neat looking hole. This is tough too. So this back nine might play a lot more difficult. So I'm glad that we at least shot 7 under on the front. We could really have our work cut out for us to try to get to 6 here. Man, this is a tough shot because I think I can't clear that water up there. I can't. It's too far. It's 350. But at the same time, I want to, put myself like relatively close. But I can, if I take driver at that line, there's a lot of bad stuff that comes into play. So I'm really not sure what I'm going to do here. This may be a situation where smart play is to just hit like a 5-iron. Man, that's going to leave us a long way in though. Let's try a 5 wood. 5 wood at a slightly more aggressive line. I don't hit this club a ton, so I honestly never know what's going to happen when I pull it out of the bag. Usually it squirts a little bit left, which I think would put us in a decent position. Uh, we'll see. We'll try it out and see what happens. All right, 5 wood. Oh, wow, that's wild. This is a pretty new club too. Look at that. I don't know if the video is picking. There we go. My club just completely broke. Completely broke. I don't know how that happened. I really have no idea. I have to like go back and watch the replay. I guess I will not be hitting this this club. That is wild. So hopefully be able to get another one of those. But that's gonna put us in a really tricky spot now because we've got one in the water. Got one in the water. It's man, this is a tough shot. I cannot afford to go in the water again. Man, this is a really difficult hole. I would not be surprised if this is the #1 handicap hole on the course. I would really not be surprised if that's the case. All right, if I take this line, that is going to leave us a long way in. What's this? Okay, it's like a 2. Okay. Let's change our clubs. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. All right, that's 2. That's kind of what we want. So let's aim this right here. Really hope we don't go right at all. We're gonna be in a lot of trouble if we hit 2 in the water. So I'm playing this. I probably should go a little bit left of here, but I'm just trying not to give myself a mile into the next shot. And unfortunately, with my 5-wood that just broke, 5-iron is my next club. So now I'm basically from 5-iron to driver, drastically different distances. And man, I think I will try this, I guess. See what happens. Hopefully I hit a good one. Really need a good ball here. That first one in the water on a broken club. All right. Thank you. Oh, man, I was honestly pretty nervous over that shot. Okay, we hit a good one. We went a little bit left to stay conservative. We couldn't afford to go in the water, but that does give us a very long second shot into this par 4. I got a long way in. So even though it's only 350 is directly from the tee box in a straight line to the hole. If you play it to the left, it plays substantially further than that. It's probably, this is realistically over a 400-yard hole, I'd say. But we've got 189 left. The nice thing is we're back to having 2 shots. Because that last one felt like we didn't even have 2 there. I think I'm going to try 7. I'm going to try 7 here. I'm not sure if this is a 7 or a 6, but we're going to give it a shot. Aim this just a hair. Well, actually, we're going to leave it right there. Whoops. Accidentally got another ball. All right. 189 in the fairway. Not used to hitting from the fairway. I usually just kind of try to like bomb it down there, and I don't mind being in the rough, like if the fairway cuts out, but we're from the fairway this time. All right. I can't really strike that any better. Perfect. Great shot. I was going to say, if that doesn't get there, it's not the right club. I really smoked that. That was a great shot. So that was about a 195 7-iron right there. I thought it might go a little bit left. I didn't aim it right just because the pin is on the right side already. But now that we have a pretty good ball up there, I'm going to be a little more aggressive. I'm going to play this one. I'm going to aim it further to the right, even though the pin's on the right. Knew I didn't strike that one as well. I don't think it hooked like that necessarily with no backspin. Not sure that was a fully accurate read, but maybe. Good thing though, we hit a great first one. So from 190 yards away, I will take a 31 footer for birdie. I think if you look at the PGA Tour, I'd be curious what their average distance is from the pin, like how far they hit it at 190 yards, what their average proximity to the hole is. And I would guess it's probably longer than 32 feet, honestly. So can't complain about that. Good shot. Breaking slightly to the right, not breaking the tide. I'm just going to kind of put it on the edge. Just going to put it on the edge. It's ever so slightly downhill. Going to play this about 31 feet is the goal. Honestly, not that hard of a putt. This would be a great birdie here after hitting the first one, breaking my 5-wood, hitting it in the water, and then still having 190 in on the second one. This would be a great birdie. 32 feet. Let's try to hit it straight. Go in. Yes. Let's go. Yes. That is an incredible birdie. And we really honestly needed that because, we've got a birdie 2 out of every 3 holes. And so if we started out par, we'd be in a lot of trouble. That was a very, very difficult hole. Broke my 5-wood on the first tee shot. Very, very happy with birdie there. That was great. This one looks a little more straightforward. By the way, this course is in Hawaii, Turtle Bay. So if you're ever out in Hawaii, it's a great place to play. Or you can just come to X Golf and play Hawaii from 10 minutes from your house. Okay, so this should be very reachable. 473. It is uphill. I'm wondering if the approach shot is also uphill, so it kind of adds a little bit of distance that way. It is possible, but right now it's looking pretty short. So I think this should definitely be reachable in 2. Maybe we can nab a eagle here. All right. It's not bad. It's a little spinny, but that's not a bad ball. We'll take that. Remember, it's uphill. This shot played a little uphill. So that was probably a 300-yard drive. That's perfect. We got 176 in. So obviously that's very reachable in 2. So in a pretty good position. Maybe we can scoot this one out there a little bit further. But honestly, that first one is just fine in the fairway. Probably be an 8-iron in. Oh, I smashed that, but it's left. That thing would have ran out quite a bit because I hit it a lot lower if it weren't in the rough. I absolutely smashed that one, though. Okay, so that one's got some tree trouble, and it's in the rough, and it's further. It is a good angle at the flag from the left side, but, it's pretty obvious that we're going to have to take the first one. Let's see if it's a little uphill or not. Oh, it's actually ever so slightly down. 176. So going to hit 8 here. 176. Fun fact, a couple of weeks ago, I was playing a course here locally, Golf Club of Wentzville. It's a pretty easy course, but I had 178 yards in, and I hit an iron and hit the flag stick in the air. Ended up going like 15 feet away from the green and made the birdie putt. But that was a pretty crazy shot to like hit the Flagstaff, probably like halfway up in the air on the fly. 178 with the 8-iron. This pin is on the right side. This pin is on the right, so I think I'll probably hit this a little to the left, but I'm not going to aim it any further because I want to make sure we at least have a putt at it. Oh, that's not going to do it. There is something magical I will say about my 7 iron. So I've got 8 now and hit my last 7 iron, struck it so well. And then I absolutely chunk an 8 iron. I don't know what it is about the 7, but it's my favorite club that I usually hit very well. All right, let's try to do a lot better. Now, all in all, this is a par 5. And so if we absolutely like had to take that shot, which I don't think we will, but if we had to, that's a chip and a putt for a birdie. All right, let's try to do a lot better though. That was a very poor shot. Chunked it. Let's tilt. It was a slightly better strike. That must have been thin. Go ball. Might get on. Just barely. Okay, got a long putt. I wouldn't say those were great, but we do have a putt at Eagle. We got 2 shots at it. So who knows? We might be able to, it's possible we could hold this. Break into the left. A decent amount. Nothing like too crazy though. But it's still probably going to need to be, I mean, I'm still aiming like 2 feet out. 2 feet out to the right. And that probably, I still don't know if that's enough. I think we're going to go more like 2.5 feet. Got a 3.3. Yeah, we're going to try that. So it's about 2.5 feet out to the right. So that is a pretty decent amount of break. Pretty level putt. Going to play this maybe 46 feet. 46 feet. I think I pulled that putt just a hair. Okay, sit. Dang. All right, that is a gimme though. So we've got a birdie. We have a birdie. I think that I did pull that a touch. But now we are going to still aim it a little bit further right. So I mean, we're 2.7 feet out to the right on our aim point. Let's try to hit. That was decent pace though. Let's just try to hit a better putt this time. It's pretty good. It's still going to break too much. Wow, I had that 2.7 feet out to the right, and that was not enough. So, I mean, I should have aimed that a full 3 feet out to the right, which is a pretty substantial break. So that's okay though. We have a birdie. This is just a par 3, bunker surrounding the green, water on the right. So we're fine. An eagle, of course, would have been nice because that gives us one more par that we can have, or somehow if we end up with a bogey. I also realized, unfortunately, I grabbed the wrong club. That is very unfortunate here. I grabbed the wrong club out of my car, so I don't actually have my pitching wedge. Big mistake there. So we're going to try to hit a 9-iron. This is way too much club. So I'm going to try to knock it down and try to hit it a little less, see how we do. It's drawing a little bit. It's a pretty good shot though. Definitely took some off of that. Got quite a bit of spin, 8,400, knocked it down a little bit, put some spin on it, and now we've got 27 feet. So all in all, not bad, especially for not having the club I want to hit. We're going to aim this one a little bit further to the right since we have that one already on the green. Maybe try to do, I mean, that was honestly pretty much perfect distance. That's even further, I think, to the left. Nope, it's not. All right, sit, sit, sit. All right, 8,500 on that backspin. So I knew it wasn't going to go very far, but came in really low. We are substantially closer, actually about half the distance. So that's not bad. 13 feet. I will take that. And it's a pretty easy putt, I would say. I think I might just leave it in case I pull it a touch. We're just going to try to leave it. I don't think it's doing much. Oh, this is way downhill. I just saw that. So 13 feet playing like 9. Gotta hit this soft. Pushed it. Oh, let's go. It rimmed around. All right, let's go. Another birdie. Another birdie. All right, 300 through 4. Off to a great start. Great start. The par 3s are the hardest, too. You know, they'll always tell you that on those break 50 challenges. Dogleg left. Look at the size of that bunker on the right. That thing is a massive, massive bunker. That thing is enormous. Ooh, this is fun, though. So this could be, you know what's funny is I normally would probably hit that 5-wood here because I can draw it pretty well. Not going to be able to hit that, though, for, some reason. So we're going to try this. I'm going to try to pull it, maybe try to draw it slightly. It's only 294 right at it, but I'm going to aim a little right. We've got trees on the left, so I can't just go straight at it or I'm going to hit the trees. So I'm going to try to draw this is the goal. I'm going to tee it up a little bit higher, and try to draw this ball. See what we can do. Try to draw this. Oh, that's pretty nice. Look at that draw. Oh, go through. Yes, go through. Look at that shot. Let's go. Look at that. All right. 17 feet. Oh, that was awesome. I mean, that is exactly what I wanted to do. It's rare that your shots go exactly how you want them to, but I aim that really far to the right, purposely plan to draw it. And you can see, so I have not changed the mark. I don't know if you noticed on the last hole or the last shot, that these trees were not nearly as much in play. So it's kind of weird. I've noticed that sometimes when you're doing like a scramble, the trees will like sometimes be more in the way on certain shots. Like it's supposed to be the exact same shot, it's the tee shot, than other times. So I have to aim. I'm gonna have to like hook this even more, aim it further to the right. There's a good chance this goes in the trees, but we have a fantastic first shot. I'm so happy with that. That was such a great shot from 295 hitting it to, 17 feet. That's awesome. Very, very happy with that. But we'll give it a shot. Let's try to hook this again. Might have hooked it too much. And it's going through a lot of trees. Oh, yeah, you can see it over there. So I hooked that one too much. And I knew I like had to do more of a hook on it because of those trees that were coming more into play on the second try at it. It's almost like they're like penalizing you or something, for like taking a second shot. Okay, so this one's a little bit of a double breaker. It's going to go right initially, then back to the left. I think we need to put it I'm still inside the hole, but I went ever so slightly to the left. But how great would this be? This would put us, I believe, 5 under through 5. That'd be a fantastic start. All right, 5 under through 5 would be amazing. This would be an incredible eagle, 17 and a half feet. Looks like it's pretty level. So all in all, not a bad putt. Try to knock it in, hit it about 18 feet. Yes. Eagle, baby. Eagle. That was a pretty nice par 4. I love that. Eagle, 5 under through 5. Let's go. 5 under through 5. That was fun. That was a cool eagle. All right, you can see the flyover. We got another par 3. All right, so this is actually, I'm going to aim this a little to the right because the pin's on the left. And so if I end up, drawing it a little bit or just pulling it slightly, it's actually going to go right at it. If it goes straight, we're in a fine position. Once again, I don't have, my pitching wedge, so I'm going to hit 9 again. It's a pretty similar yardage, just slightly further, maybe about 8 yards further than the last par 3. So we can hit this one a little bit harder. Oh, stay. Stay. It's got a lot of spin. Kick right. All right. Well, we could potentially chip that in. Remember, par 3s on these are the hardest. So we already birdied the first one. If we have to settle for a par, we're in great shape. We're 5 under through 5. So we're in fantastic shape. Going to aim this even further out to the right. That was great distance control again. Just hooked it just a little bit. I think that's short. Yeah. Yep, didn't hit that one nearly as solid. We're probably still going to take the putt, though. You can see we've holed some long putts. I feel more confident, although that may be a putt, but it's really not that much closer. So if it's, I don't know, that plays like a 28-footer. Well, it's 28 versus 48, but we're going to take the putt. They do typically have you putt when you're on the fringe. So that could have been a putt, but not sure. We'll just take the one that we know. I'm gonna aim this. It's going to break a lot. It's not really a double breaker. It's just breaking right the whole way. Really hard. The last putt that we had like this that we put way outside, we did not make. It's pretty difficult. It's really hard to just to make these ones that, I have it 3.2 feet out to the left. Drastically to the left. Got to hit this about 50 feet too. Got to really smash this. Well, not smash it that hard. Okay, well, that was a very poor putt. I think it might be going downhill after the hole as well. So really can't afford to do that again. But luckily we have better Justin up. I really hope that's not our best shot there. All right, let's try this again. Less pace. Go. That's got to go. Go. All right, we got inside gimme range. There we go. Got a par. That's fine. Pars are okay, especially on par 3s. Par 3s are tough. We have a par 5 to finish, too, on 18. So be really fun to eagle that. And, hopefully that gets us to 59, or who knows, maybe we can go even lower than that. Got a lot of water on the left side of this. Looks like it's with dogleg right, as you guys saw, dogleg right. Water on the left near the hole. This is kind of tough. Once again, we don't have a 5-wood right now because it. If you're tuning in earlier, it broke earlier. So we are going to hit driver. This is probably a little bit too much club. So we're going to try to take a little bit off of it. Take a little off. Make sure we don't, skirt all the way up in there, up to the water. Okay, I wanted to make sure I went right to avoid that water. And so, honestly, that's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Oh, and that kicked quite a bit down to the right. Or to the left, excuse me. Kicked from the right to the left. 103 in. That is not bad. I'm going to try to push this one again, but we're going to start our line further to the left. I'm going to try to hit a pretty similar shot, actually. Well, that just went straight. Oh, it went nowhere, though. Somehow that only was 143 ball speed. That's extremely low. I mean, I hit a 5-iron with that ball speed. So not quite sure what happened there. We are in the fairway, though. Got 122. The other one is going to be more like 112. All right. Let's see. This is kind of a tough call. It's a better angle. We're going to take this one. We're going to take the one in the fairway. It's a little bit better of an angle. 123. I think we're going to try a 50 degree here. I don't necessarily love kind of hitting this full. My 50, 55, and 60 all tend to squirt out to the left, so we're aiming right. All right, let's see, 123, about 123. Uh-oh. That might have been a hosel. Might have hit that off the hosel. might have gone off the hosel, but we got a second shot, so we've got that going for us. Let's try to do a lot better than that. Hopefully we don't, just do the exact same thing. That'd be pretty bad twice in a row. All right, let's try this again. Okay, well, don't think that read right. Let's just say that with a 50 degree, I think I would have more than 1,300 backspin. So that is tough. We are not in a great position, but we've got room to work with. I was really hoping to, go low here, go even lower maybe than the goal, but the goal is still 59. So we've got to get to 6 under. Got to get to 6 under. On this back, that will put us right at 13 under for the round, and then we'll be right at our 59. So we got to get to 6 under. After this, we have 2 holes left, and we've got a par 5 to finish. We've got a par 5, so we're still in good shape, but we really need to get this up and down. It's 42 yards, probably playing about like 45. We got like a 45-yard shot. Let's try to put this pretty close. It's got to go. Okay, it's not terrible, but I'd like to get a lot closer than that. Kind of babied it. Just babied it a little bit. Try to hit this 50, 45, 45. That's good. Sit, get in. Oh, that would have been a fantastic birdie. 45, holing out from 45 yards. Man, that went right over the edge of the cup. But we obviously got up and down, and now we just got to shoot 1 under on the next 2 holes, and we got a par 5 to finish. So should be a great opportunity there. This hole is, I remember this before. It's pretty tough. You can see from the flyby, the fairway ends. So the fairway ends basically right at 250. And then there's just all these bunkers. The right side's not too bad. So I'm okay. I think I'm still just going to hit driver. And I'm fine going off to the right. I'm okay with that. So that's probably going to be our play here. Is that going to go over that bunker? Yes, it will. Don't kick in any of the other ones, though. Okay. That'll work. I thought I was going to hit it a little off to the right to, maybe take those bunkers out of play, but it actually went very straight. very straight. So we're going to aim this one a little bit further to the right. You can probably give it a little more of a whack to get it up there. All right, that one I gave it a little bit more. It's gonna be a little further up there, a little more on the right. I think that's probably the one that we're gonna take. 60 yards versus 72. 72, actually, no, they're both fine on angle to the pin. I think we're gonna take the 60. It looks like though on the right side, but it slopes down, so it is a little bit uphill. So this is about 60. So it's like 63, but then it's in the rough. So this is about a 70 yard shot. I think we're gonna kind of bump a like 55. So we're gonna have very low ball flight. We're gonna keep this low and spin it quite a bit. That's the goal. Keep this low, spin it quite a bit. See what happens. Oh, shoot. Okay. Luckily, it spun enough to keep it on the green, so we do have a birdie putt. I didn't think that one was, I think I just caught a little bit thin. Things shot out a lot more than I thought it was going to. Let's try that again. Go ball. Oh, that might be pretty good. Look at that. All right. 7 feet. Let's go. 7 feet for birdie. 7 feet, and that gets us to, if we can make this, it's obviously not a gimme, but if we can make this, that will already get us to our goal of 6 under with 1 hole to play, and it's par 5. So we're looking to be in pretty good shape. I'm going to aim this a little bit out to the right because it's going to break to the left. A pretty level putt. Hit this about 8 feet. There it is. Let's go. Birdie. Let's go. So that puts us on the round to, was that, we're at 6 under, right? Yeah, we're at 6 under. Got a par 5 to finish. So this is a very interesting hole. There's a bunker right there that's pretty much right in play, if I remember correctly. Like I think it's really hard to carry it. I think you got to really pound it. You got a bunch of water in the front. Tons of water over to the right and in the front. And it's also where you're going to drive it. It's incredibly narrow. You've got water on the left and water on the right and a big old bunker in the middle. It's actually a very difficult tee shot. So this is definitely not like a gimme birdie, even though the hole is pretty short. It's definitely not a gimme that I'm going to birdie this. We could easily go in the water. But it starts with just trying to hit a good drive in play. Even if we're in that bunker, that's not too bad. I think that's okay. I really took some off. I thought maybe I took enough off that I would actually maybe try to like absolutely rip it through. The only problem is that's 184, which doesn't sound that bad, but it's in a bunker that's going to play like that's going to play 80%. So like that's going to be a very long approach shot, and we got to go over water. So if we can do better than that, that'd be awesome. I think I'm actually going to try to hit a draw again. Because I can typically get a little more distance out of that. So we're going to try to hit a draw here. Hit it really well, but I think that's going in the water. Sit somehow. It's too spinny. Man, If we just would have been, that's why I was telling you how narrow that was. I really wanted to just go for it there. See, we would have had like 160 out of from where that went. But I wanted to go for one extremely narrow on that tee shot. Makes it very difficult. So now we've got a little bit uphill to, gosh, I think this is like a, let's see, this is like a 220 shot maybe. I really want to go make sure I get over the water. Man, this is risky because coming out of that bunker, man, I really hope I can get I just want to stay on dry land at this point. So we're going to aim this to the left to give us a little bit more margin here and take a 5-iron and just really try to get over that water. That's goal number 1, is to not end up in the water. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, man. I thinned that. Well, okay. So now we've got a predicament. We've got one more shot at it, but we've got our 6 under that we're really trying to preserve. Our goal for this whole round is shoot a 59. I think I know. This is a very conservative play, but I'm going left. Still going to try to get it up there, but just in case I like catch it thin, like I did in the last one, I really just want to make sure it clears the water. So we're going to go pretty far to the left on this. And then hopefully it's going to leave us with a pitch shot that we can get up and down. I still would love to birdie this hole, but we got to make sure we stay dry here. Got to stay dry. Okay, whew. Here we go. That'll work. All right, that'll work. That was pretty nerve-wracking, honestly. Really could not afford to go in the water again. Sometimes I wonder why I'd even ask you what ball you want to take. Like, why would I take the one that went in the water? Okay, so we've got 33 yards in the rough, 35-ish shot. So we've hit some pretty good ones from around this yardage. 35 yards. Let's go. Put this nice and close. Go, go, go. Okay, not bad. 7 feet. Let's maybe like try to give this one a run. Be really cool to finish with an eagle. Have 2 eagles on the back 9. Finish with an eagle and shoot 8 under, which would be 15 under overall. 57. So this is for 57. And our goal was 59, but this is for 57. That'd be pretty awesome. Let's go. Went way too high with it. All right. Well, we gave it a run. Ended up hitting that substantially too far. Really wanted to make sure I didn't end up short, though. Ooh, this is a tricky little putt, though. This is a tricky putt. I did not expect that from because honestly, these greens haven't been too bad. Definitely played some harder ones. Okay, we're going to put it almost a foot out to the right, which is a long way for a, 7.7 foot putt. Going to put it pretty far out, though, and it's a little bit downhill. We're going to hit this hopefully about 7 feet. Let's try to knock this in for birdie. Shoot 14 under. Let's go. 7 feet. There it is. Yes, that was. I had a ton of break on it, but there we go. That was awesome. So Shot 7 under again. So shot a 7 under on the front 9 and shot a 7 under on the back. Had it with got to 7 today with an eagle on a par 4. So that was really cool. It was like 295-yard hole that I had to draw it pretty substantially and hit it to like 17 feet and hold the putt. So that was pretty awesome on hole 14. But yeah, we shot 14 under. So we shot a 58 at Turtle Bay from only one tee box up from the tips as a scramble. So that was pretty cool. Really appreciate you guys being here. I go live every day, Monday through Friday at 8:30 a.m. Central Time. So I'd love for you guys to join me live. I'd love for you guys to interact. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for joining. Shout out to X Golf as well for allowing me to film here. I'm at the X Golf in O'Fallon, Missouri. Staff here is fantastic. Love these simulators. I think they have the best simulators in the business. So stop by. You won't regret it. But that's all we've got for this video. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.